It doesn't get much more standard than this when it comes to C3 and C4 questions, so let's just get on with it. If I multiply out this expression that we've written here with the equivalence, and we've got 4x squared plus 6 is equivalent to, now if I multiply out the first term here, then I'm going to find 1 minus 2 cancels, so that's a12 plus x squared. Okay, if I multiply out this term here, when I multiply out that, one of the 2 plus x terms cancels, but the other one doesn't, so that's p 1 minus 2x 2 plus x, and then when I multiply out this term here, I get the 2 plus x cancels entirely, and I'm just left with 1 minus 2x. Okay, now I can let x be any convenient number I choose, so letting x be equal to minus 2 is quite handy because it will cancel out the term here and it will cancel out the term here also, so we'll be able to work out c in that way. So 4 times, I did say minus 2, 4 times minus 2 squared, so that's 4 plus 6 is equivalent to a times 0 plus b times something times 0 plus c times 1 minus 2 times minus 2. Well, that gives me, that's 10, so that's 40 is equal to 5c. So c equals 8. Now, to work out the other one, I can let x equal to a half, because then it will cancel, this will cancel here, and this will cancel here. So if I let x equal to half, I get 4 times a half squared plus 6 is the same as, now it's going to cancel from this and this, so let's just leave the a term this time. So that's 2 plus half, which is 5 over 2 squared. So this will become, if I once I multiply out, because I multiply out the 4 there, half squared is 4. This is a quarter, and that's 4, so that's going to be 1 plus 24. And this is going to be 25 over 4, so a equals 4. No fuss there. Now we still have, that's worked out 2 of them. Now, to work out the other one, well, we can adopt various strategies here. We could look at the coefficient of x squared and know it's got to be 4x squared, or we could look for the constant coefficient. So that's what I'm going to do. I could let x equal 0, because I know a and b fairly easily, but I could also look at the constant terms of each of these as well. Let's let x equal to 0. That's just as good as anything. Sometimes you can spend more time contemplating what the best thing to do is, and in fact all of them are pretty standard, so it's just a case of just getting on with it. Okay, so that's 24 is equal to 4a, and then we've got 0 plus 2b plus c. But we know c is 8 and we know b is 4. So we've got 24 is equal to 4a, so that's 16, plus 2b, plus c, which is 8, so that gives us b equals 0. Okay, so that gives us that 4 over x squared plus 6 over 1 minus 2x, 2 plus x squared, is equivalent to, written out incorrectly, is equivalent to a, which is 4 over 1 minus 2x, plus b, which is 0. So there's only this bit to it. So the b bit is 0. So that's just a coincidence, really. Don't fall into the trap of missing out this factor. In this case, it was given, but it is a common error to miss that out. 2 plus x squared. Okay. So just moving on to part B. It's binomial expansion. Just slightly need to change that. Now, it's binomial expansion, and again, it is pretty standard. We're looking for the binomial expansion of this. We can say that's equal to 4, 1 minus 2x, plus 8, 2 plus x, x to minus 1 to the minus 2. Now, we do need to deal with this issue because our binomial of expansion needs a 1 at the front there. So let's deal with that. This was done pretty well by students I've marked it for recently. But where there was an error, it normally came here. We're taking 2 out as a factor, so that's basically 2 to the minus 2. And then if we take 2 out as a factor, it becomes 1 plus x over 2 to the minus 2. So then that becomes 4 times 1 minus 2x to the minus 1. And 2 to minus 2 is a quarter, so that's plus 2, 1 plus x over 2 to the minus 2. So that's where the mistakes came. Where they did occur was more common there than anywhere else. Right, now the binomial expansion of 1 plus x to the n, it goes like this: 1 plus n x plus n minus 1 over 2 factorial x squared plus n minus 1 n minus 2 over 3 factorial x cubed, and so on. We only need to go up to x squared anyway. Okay, but that's our binomial expansion there. It's just, so we're using that. Right, so for the 1 minus 2x to the minus 1, that equals to 1, and then the n is minus 1, so that's plus minus 1, and the x is minus 2x. And then the next term is minus 1 over minus 2 over 2 factorial, and then minus 2x squared. Now, looking at this, we've got this term here, we can see it's going to be 2x. So we've got 1 plus 2x. And this term here, well, we've got a 4 here. It's going to be positive again because it's 4 negatives. It's an even number of negatives. 4 here, we've got the 2's cancelling because 2 factorial is effectively 2. So that's 2. So that will become 4x squared. There are other terms, but we only need to go up to x squared. And then the 1 plus x to the 2 to the power minus 2 using the binomial is 1. And then that's minus 2. Let's not try and make any shortcuts. So plus minus 2 x over 2, first term, plus minus 2 and minus 1, minus 2 take away 1 is minus 3, over 2 factorial, x over 2 squared. Right, now looking at that, that's going to break down to, there is a negative here, so we've got 1 minus x, because the 2's cancel. Here we're going to have 4 on the bottom from the x over 2 with an extra 2, so that's 8. 6 on the top, so that's 4 over 8, and there's 2 negatives, so it will be positive. So 4 over 8, not 4 over 8, it'll be 6 over 8, which is 3/4 x squared plus dot 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 dot. There we go. So that's these are our 2 expansions we're going to work with. Right, so finally we can just come up with the binomial thing for the whole thing. So 4x squared plus 6 over 1 minus 2x 2 plus x squared is approximately equal to, now it's going to be, as we're going back to this now, 4 times by our expansion for 1 minus 2x, which is 4 times this. It's 4 times 1 plus 2x plus 4x squared. And then we've got plus 2 times this. So that's 1 minus x plus 3/4 x squared. Okay, now that comes to 6 for the first term. The second term is 8 minus 2x, so that's going to be equal to 6x. The third term is 24x squared plus 3 over 2. So it's 16x squared plus 3 over 2. And this is 4 times the 4x squared plus 3 over 2. So that will be equal to 35 over 2. Took me a while to get that. Reverted to a calculator in the end. So there we go. That's it. Need to be really getting the marks here. It's really checking for accuracy. This error here. Please don't lose marks on things like this. This will be bread and butter. Thanks. Bye.